My dispatcher at the time, his name was Stanley Perry. From what I understand, he is still there, and he is the dispatcher for the owner-operators now. He would bounce my ass. I'd load out of Nacogdoches, Louisiana, Weyerhaeuser, 60-foot fucking beams, I-beams, wood I-beams, or whatever the hell they're called, going up into Connecticut, Massachusetts, and he'll bounce me from there down to fucking Petersburg, Virginia, to Chaparral to get a load. And get me back on the steel beam route. But I'd asked him one time, I said, you know, how is this productive? How do you make money? You can't make money moving an empty truck like this. And he told me something that made a lot of fucking sense, and it's stuck in my head ever since. And Stanley Perry, if you happen to someday fall across this video, I don't expect you to remember me, but I do thank you for this piece of advice. Mr. Perry, over the telephone, told me strictly, he goes, I'd much rather deadhead a truck 1,000 miles to get him out of a bad freight area and get him loaded with decent freight that's going to create revenue for the company versus letting him sit there for 3, 4, 5 days or however long it takes to get decent freight. So, yes, I'm going to deadhead a good little ways and take an immediately loss off the top. But it's going to get me out of a dead area. And my rates, when I reload, my rates are good. They put me back up in the Midwest. And that's where the rate market's at right now, is in the Midwest. That's where you're going to find your good rates, is in the Midwest. Now, if you want to be just trucking, you can be just trucking. But my ass is chasing the rate. So my ass is going right back to the Midwest, and if I got a deadhead 600 miles to do it, I'm taking that loss, because I will start creating more revenue on day 2 versus sitting there for 4 days and creating nothing. Did that make sense? I hope so.